Holocaust Memories, Never Forget. A Gentile baby boomer's painful journey into the Shoah. Section 5, Deutschland Uber Alles. Part 24, from the 1st of January 1941 to the 31st of December 1942. There were several Jewish-led revolts against the Germans during the war, and many historians believe that one of the first took place on the 4th of September 1942 in Lachva, Belarus. Despite putting up a valiant fight against heavily armed Germans, 1,500 Jews died and 600 escaped to the forests, most of whom were later caught and shot. Another prisoner revolt occurred in late September in Tuchin, a Ukrainian town southeast of Warsaw. The Wehrmacht took Tuchin in July, created a ghetto, and forced 3,000 Jews inside. Due to rumors about the Germans liquidating ghettos and killing all the Jews, they decided to fight back when the time came. As German troops moved into the ghetto on the 24th of September, the residents began burning down their own homes as a distraction, while the few who were armed courageously battled back. Around 2,000 of them escaped to the forest during the confusion, but with little food, water, or means of defending themselves, most were quickly recaptured and killed. 300 Tuchin Jews were still hiding in the forest, so the Germans sent a message to them promising that if they gave themselves up, they would be allowed to live. Nearly all of them chose to return and were immediately marched to the cemetery and shot. Only 20 Jews from Tuchin survived the war. In late September, a number of important events related to the Holocaust took place. Foreign Minister Ribbentrop demanded that those in charge of transporting Jews east must speed up the process. While in Berlin, high-level German officials made plans for upgrading all the rail lines heading east in order to expedite the transport of Jews to various labor and extermination camps. At Treblinka, construction of new gas chambers continued. Reich Justice Minister Otto Thierack wrote to Martin Bormann, who worked directly with Hitler, offering his full support to the extermination through labor program, and suggested that they target Jews, Gypsies, Poles, Ukrainians, and Czechs. On the 30th of September, in one of his most impassioned speeches yet, Hitler paraphrased his pre-war prediction about the Jews and said, "If international finance Jewry inside and outside Europe should succeed in plunging the nations once more into a world war, the result will not be the Bolshevization of the earth and thereby the victory of Jewry, but the annihilation of the Jewish race in Europe." Considering the fact that Germany by this time was close to being Judenrein, and German forces were murdering Eastern European Jews in massive numbers, it's inconceivable that any of the dedicated Nazi Party members present in the packed sports palace that night could misinterpret his meaning. In late September and all the way into early 1943, Jews in the Warsaw Ghetto began building up to 600 separate bunkers in anticipation of the final assault by the Germans.